Okay, you know what would be cool to own? I don't know if you're gonna put this in the podcast, but on that note, if you had like an OJ Simpson signed affidavit or something, that would be
Oh
pretty
my
sick.
god.
That would be
That
pretty
would be
tight.
that would be a unique item for sure. For sure.
Oh my gosh.
I would
Yeah.
pay money for that. I don't know how
I
much money.
I don't you can't put a price on that. All right, what's up, boys and girls? This is episode 27 of the Chaingang podcast, and today we got Justin, who hasn't been on a while, and we got Parker. I know it's been a while. We've had finals and everything like that, so it's been super busy. But I'm glad we can get an episode in this week, because guys, we got a lot to talk about. There was surprisingly a lot that's been happening in the NFL recently.
Oh yeah.
But we had to start the episode a little bit later today, because because Parker just texted us. He said, "Sorry, I'll be a minute," and then just kind of came on. So, Parker, you want to tell everyone why you're late today?
Yeah. So I was setting up a movie for my parents, The King's Man, which a pretty good movie.
Pretty good
Um,
movie.
yeah. I'm a big fan of the Kingsman series. It's fun. But so I'm sitting there and I look over at my dog and she has like the hunched face, but she's not moving. And I'm like, oh. And then she just has the most violent throw up noise ever. Like,
Oh,
and I hear it hit the carpet. So I'm like, she definitely just threw up. I look at my parents, no reaction whatsoever. It was like right in front of my dad, and he just did not do anything. And I was like, what just happened?
I mean, like,
And then she comes over towards me and then threw up again. And I was like, oh, God. So I had to like get the dog out of the place and start cleaning it up. And that was at 7:58 as I was about to walk upstairs and to record. So it was just a mess.
wait, does she usually throw up?
No, it was like the first time in a long time.
Okay, that noise that you made, I felt like was so realistic. I felt like you were actually gonna throw up in the moment. It was
Dude,
so
it was
good.
it was a weird little 5-minute change of plans. So I just texted the chat. I was like, "Hey guys, my dog threw up. I'll be on in a second."
Dude, I
Oh
just I
man,
love how your parents gave no reaction though. They were just like,
they didn't
'cause
realize it at first, and then I was like, "Harp just puked," and they went, "Oh yeah, all right, we'll go clean it up." It's like, all right,
yeah, I guess they just assumed you would do it.
yeah, it was a joint effort.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, prayers up to Harp that she gets better throughout this episode and she doesn't throw up anymore. I'm kind of hoping she like Justin, what is that?
What are you doing?
What is that face? Did you just throw up in your mouth?
You okay, bud?
What is he on?
What is happening,
I don't think he can hear us.
Justin?
What the
What? You good? You good? You look like you just watched Parker's dog throw up.
Are you okay?
I'm so confused right now. Buddy, tell us what's going on.
Oh, give me 1 second.
Oh, the audio sounded a lot different there. Are you just like playing with your audio settings? Is that what it is?
No, dude, I don't know what the that was. It sounded like robots talking for a second. Like I could not. I haven't made out a single thing you've said in the last like minute.
Did you eat like any brownies or anything before you like came onto the podcast? Like you just hearing like voices, like just
No,
ghosts
no.
or whatever? Like, do you hear like Stat Boy right now? Is he like whispering stats in your ear?
No, I am not in my traditional state.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so I don't know what that was. My headphones apparently do not like using Zoom.
God.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Well, Justin, I'm glad you're not hearing voices or anything.
Yeah, not right now.
Not right now. Well, hopefully, I don't know. I guess hopefully you don't hear any more for the rest of the episode, so we can talk, football. And right now, guys, I wanted to talk about the USFL. Just in general, like I haven't been able to watch as many games, but I will say the USFL has done a great job on social media, or at least
Yeah,
I think they have.
but I've seen more of their social media stuff than I have on TV, and it's just I'm not on my phone that much even then, but I just see it all the time on like Instagram, with them just promoting it, and I'm like, all right, good for you guys, or like just clips from the week. I'm like, all right, good for you guys.
Yeah, well, I think they know that they're never going to be able to compete talent wise with the NFL or even the NCAA. And so putting an emphasis on the personality of the people playing, I think is a great marketing move.
Yeah. Well, there's a new football league I was reading up on, and they said they want to compete with the NFL and are competing with them this upcoming fall, which is weird, but I don't think it's going to do anything.
I know
Yeah.
it's not.
That's a
And
bad move.
it
Yeah.
is, and hence why the USFL is in the spring, and why they collapsed the first time was because they tried to compete with the NFL, but they actually had like NFL talent, like level talented players, and they still were
Yeah.
not able to compete. So I don't know who in their right mind thinks that whoever's running this league thinks that, they're going to be able to compete with the NFL. I mean, unless it's like a Johnny Manziel, Terrell Owens, kind of duo that, everyone wants to see. I don't see it happening. I just think that's really weird.
The one thing America wants to see is a quarterback bust from 6 years ago and a washed up Terrell Owens.
Hey,
but
that's
he
the
ain't
fan
washed
control
up.
football league. Don't sleep on the fan control football league.
He ain't washed up. I don't know if you've seen him just like run in general. He's still putting up numbers.
In the fan
He
controlled
looks good.
football
Not in
league.
the NFL.
Well, no, not in the NFL. He's like 49. No way he's doing anything
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
NFL.
How old is this dude? Yeah, 48.
Yeah, he's high 40s. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying obviously he's gonna like go in the NFL or anything, but I mean, he's for his age and for him to play professional football in any league, that's still impressive.
It is.
Like, you got to give it to the man. So, but I don't know. The USFL has done a great job on social media. There's a lot of personalities in that league, to say the least. I'm hoping to get a couple more on. But like, I don't know if you guys seen, but the USFL, social media has been good, but Tom Brady's has been kind of ridiculous. Like, I don't know what's up with that man. I don't know if he maybe that's why he came out of retirement a little bit, or no, he went into retirement because, he thought he'd test himself as a social media personality. But like, have you guys seen what he's been posting?
A little bit.
Dude is on TikTok every so often.
I saw the tuck rule video.
Yeah.
I still think it was a fumble. Go Pats.
Of course. No, you're never gonna let that down. That's never. But I mean, that was the only like passable thing that I saw that he posted that I was like, okay, like that was kind of funny, like I see you, like, but he posted a video of like him duetting Noah Beck, who's like a TikTok dancer.
Yeah.
And like Noah Beck was like doing the dance or whatever, and Tom Brady's like phone fell down, and then it's just him running up to it, and then in the description just says, "I swear I did it perfectly," or something like that. And he was just like mad that, like, I don't know, he didn't get it on camera. But like, obviously, like, I think that's probably a joke. But to me, it's like, it's hard because I don't see Tom Brady as a guy that like posts joke videos like that. Like, maybe he definitely jokes, like if you're hanging out with him, I'm sure he jokes, but like I just don't see him posting something like that. And then
he hasn't been that kind of guy his entire career. So to break it out at like 45 is just a little odd.
Well, maybe he wanted to do it his whole career, and Bill Belichick just like has been keeping him under wraps all these years.
That's what I was gonna say. Do you think Belichick kept him off the Twitters?
Dude, 100%. Like,
I know Belichick's a pretty funny guy.
I was gonna say, there was literally an episode of Family Guy where they tried to make him laugh, and he like gave a smirk because of Joe being handicapped. Like, but dude, I mean, I would totally buy that if Tom Brady all these years wanted to like be a social media presence, and Bill Belichick is like, no, that's not what's good for the team.
Well, he did. Was it NBC? He just signed like a multi-million-dollar deal
Fox,
with them.
Yeah, 36.5 million.
They may want him to have a bigger presence on social media before he steps into his role on Fox.
See, that makes sense, but I am so pissed about that deal. I thought that was like, he hasn't even been in a booth ever. He has no broadcasting experience. Obviously, he has great football knowledge, but like, man's getting paid more than, he was playing. Like, why are these broadcasters getting so much money? They're making more money than the players now.
I don't know. They're faces of entire channels now, and
It's
I
dumb.
don't know.
I hate it. No,
Well, if you've watched, if you, and I'm playing devil's advocate here because I don't think they deserve that much money either. But when you came from, have you ever watched a game with a good announcer versus a bad announcer?
yeah,
Like, remember
but
the
look,
Jason Witten era?
I actually just
Like
watch my
how
games on mute.
that was pretty bad. I do remember who is the other guy like on ESPN. It was like Monday Night Football. It was like Jason Witten and then
Booger,
yeah, Booger.
Booger, and he would
Booger.
drive around in a little cart.
Yo, Booger was the weirdest dude, and he would say the dumbest things like in any situation, and it
It
was
would be
just
like
so
it would be a
frustrating.
3rd and 1, and they'd be like, "We should go for a screen here." It was like, no, it was so bad.
Yeah,
But Booger did. My
it
friend
was
went
pretty
to a Monday
bad.
night game in Pittsburgh, and he was like, it took a picture of him in the cart, and he was like, "I can't see the field. There's a guy in my way," and it was like him in the cart.
I just
Jeez.
like I get that, and I obviously like I know they want to have good announcers and everything, and like they're willing to pay to get them, but to me it should not take that much money for them to get like somewhat decent commentators. Because to me,
Mm.
like you don't know if Tom Brady is going to be good. I don't even know. I'm interested to see who they're going to pair with him because I don't really know.
Neither do
Um,
I.
so like I don't know, but I was kind of and I guess I get that from like a social media perspective of like him like needing to build up his social media presence, but
We're at least getting used to it.
yeah, but I mean it's not like he's going to be making the social media videos. It's not like any other really commentators have, I would say, internet personalities. I would say like if he was on like a TV show, then sure. Like I get that. Like
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't understand like if he's announcing, I don't really understand that as I mean,
No.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But like I just don't think that they should be getting all this money. And I don't know what time I guess Tom Brady's just figuring out social media. I don't really know. Like, because he also then posted that like that trend where like you post like a bunch of pictures as like album covers, kind of.
Yeah.
So he did that, but he was golfing, and the album covers would be like just like his like nipples up, and it'd just be that, and then it'd be like swinging like a golf club, and it'd just be like the grass like clippings just like fly up in the air. It was just like really weird. Like none of them were like actually good album covers. So to me, I'm thinking that this social media thing for him is just like a meme thing. Like I don't think he's actually trying to do anything. I think maybe he's just making fun of it. I don't know.
He might just be trying to avoid his family as much as possible.
But I don't know. I think I mean his teammates definitely have to be making fun of him, right? Like I don't know.
Like, nice
I don't,
TikTok, Brady.
I don't know. You've seen some of the guys in the NFL. Like,
Yeah, but dude's like 44 and he's like just now making TikToks. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's just weird to me, but I feel bad because I feel like a lot of the older guys in the NFL now are like, getting shit on for, just trying to be themselves. Like, did you guys see like Tyler Lockett has been like a real estate agent this offseason and
uh,
like people are just absolutely shitting on him for it?
yeah, I don't get that. I personally, I love it. I think it's awesome. I like that he's, working on another scale and has other business opportunities. I don't get why
Mhm.
people are shitting on him.
Yeah, I don't either because like it's also like it's just something to do like in the off season because like sure you still have to condition and everything like that, but at the same time like might as well find like a hobby or something to fill your time. And to Tyler Lockett, it seems like this could be a cool hobby, but I can't imagine like buying a house like from Tyler Lockett. Like that just seems really weird to me because especially if you're an NFL fan, you're gonna recognize him if you
Do
like
you think
watch
he's good at
football.
it because he's like, I'm Tyler Lockett, and then they're like, I'm gonna sell you this house, and it's like really bad, but they're just like, oh, it's Tyler Lockett, and he's selling us a house, so we're just gonna take it, and that's why he's be a good real estate agent.
I mean, I don't
I
know.
doubt it.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was
I don't
gonna
feel like
say,
that's what's gonna sell it.
wait, Parker.
No,
So
that's
like,
it. Definitely sells it, 100%.
if let's say, I'm trying to think. Let's say Mason Rudolph comes up to you, right? And he's your real estate agent and he's trying to sell you this house, all right? It's 1,000 square feet. It's made of wood. It's like a little log cabin, but it's in like a neighborhood. Like it's in the suburbs. Okay. And it's just like 1,000 square feet,
Yeah.
has half a bathroom. So you got a toilet. That's it. You don't have a sink, right? You
So
just
it's
got
not
a
a full
toilet.
bath.
No, it's just a half bath. So you got a toilet in
Is
there.
that even a half bath? Half baths have a sink.
No, this
You have
one
like a
doesn't.
third of a
This
bath.
one doesn't. Yeah, it's a
Go wash
third
your
bath.
hands in the
Yeah.
kitchen sink.
And then for then you get a then you get like a little like what do you put your feet on usually, like when you're on a couch?
An
Like
ottoman.
yeah, an ottoman. That's your bed. That's your like third of a bed that you have, right? And then your shower is just your hose outside of your house. So you got a hose, right? You got a yard. You don't have a garage. Are you buying the house just because it's Mason Rudolph?
No, because it's a shitty house.
But it's just you living in it.
But it's a shitty house.
And,
But I end
and
up like the
it's
TikTok
being sold by
guy
like
that lives in the 1-bedroom apartment in New York, and
yeah,
he has
and
to buy asparagus off of a woman on the street.
you said Mason Rudolph is selling this.
Yeah.
Also, Mason Rudolph.
That's
yeah.
not a selling point. If anything,
Well,
that would
no,
turn me off of the house.
No, but for Parker it might be because he's like a Steelers fan and it's like a Steelers player.
So you picked the
Belonging to
worst
him.
player
Yeah,
on
but
the
it's
team.
Mason Rudolph.
Well, okay, because if it's like TJ Watt, obviously you're probably gonna be like, I don't know. I feel like the better the player, like I don't think it matters like how their sales skills are. I think it's whoever the player is, you'd be more inclined to buying it.
Dylan,
depending
if
on the
you
player.
buy houses based off of who's selling them, I'm sorry, but you need to
But I'm saying maybe that's
reevaluate.
not the full decision.
If
Like
you
going
sweeten up
into
the
it.
house a little bit and gave me a full bath, I'd say probably.
Wait, okay, so hold on, a full bath and like a bed, you would
Yeah,
buy that
and
house
I'd be
in
like, all
Mason
right,
Rudolph.
yeah, why not?
Really?
Yeah,
It's like nothing. You don't have a
yeah.
garage. There's nothing, and you're a log cabin in a suburban neighborhood. There's like all like you're just the odd man out. It's just like
Yeah, I
this
don't
little
care.
log cabin in the middle of the neighborhood, and everybody else has like like mid-sized houses. And
Am I
you're just
renting
in
or
this-
am I leasing? Can I have my dog?
That's up to you.
May I have a rabbit, please?
You may wait. Why did you downgrade from a dog to a rabbit?
That's a
Whoa,
compliment,
that's
but-
that's subjective.
I mean, it's really not. I mean, a dog is definitely better than a rabbit as a pet.
yeah, but like a rabbit, I feel like if I'm owning that house, I'd rather have a rabbit because then I'm like the weird guy and nobody bothers me. That'd be great.
That's true. You
A
just
rabbit,
walk
a
out-
rabbit would be easier to cook when you get snowed in the winter in your house with no heat.
That's right. I don't even have heat. I don't have AC or heat, and
Yeah, no.
there's
Well-
no fireplace, so I can't like
Yeah.
at least heat it that way.
No,
This is like
Parker,
a shack from the 1500s.
Parker, you just like walk outside, like get your mail, and you're just like pet your rabbit like as you go outside.
You're like eating bark off the walls.
You just eat the house.
You eating the drywall, and you're just like, oh, it's good for fiber. This is a great source of fiber.
Honestly, at that point, I think I would just live in my car. Realistically.
At that point, you might as well just dig a hole in the ground.
Oh my god.
Dude, but I mean, you're not gonna get that ottoman though if you dig a hole in the ground.
Yeah, but at least it's warmer.
I mean, I guess, but yeah, dude, like I don't know. I think
So anyway, Tyler Lockett.
yeah, Tyler Lockett, like I don't know. How would he be as a real estate agent? Do you think he's like?
He's already
quiet-
closed the house, so he's got to be pretty solid.
Well, I mean, but I'm saying like, what type of real estate agent is he? Is he like? You think he's a pushy one? Like you think he's like really nice about it and like asking a lot of questions and like.
Now, as a
Oh.
college student who just got his first apartment that I bought online, I have very little experience with real estate agents, but I gotta imagine as an NFL vet, you've got to have a pretty courageous personality and like some confidence to you. So I assume like he's a pretty talkative, confident guy. I feel like he'd know his shit.
Okay. Well, he's definitely confident because he's like very confident or he's very proud of himself of like that like he's a virgin and like he advertises that.
What? I've never heard that.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
true.
heard this.
It's true. Swear to God. He like
Don't put up more
outwardly
numbers
talks
than
about
Tyler
it.
Lockett.
He like outwardly talks about it. Tyler Lockett's an interesting dude. He's an interesting dude, to say the
I am
least.
as good as Tyler Lockett.
In certain areas, I am better than Tyler Lockett.
No, dude, I think Tyler Lockett would be like a really nice, like chill guy, and but like I feel like obviously the money doesn't matter to him because he's making tens of millions of dollars playing football. So I bet like they're like like the couple like goes through the house or whatever, and they come to the end, and he's like, all right, you guys want to put in an offer? And they're like, like yeah, like I don't know.
I'll take an autograph.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know, we'll see. Like I don't know, we're just not feeling this one. He's like, okay, and then he just dips.
You know,
He's like, all right, see ya.
like your closing papers and stuff on a house, he would have a ton of Tyler Lockett autographs.
That's true. But I can't imagine how valuable like it would be on like actual just like housing documents. Like
I don't know, but like I feel like if you had 30 of them in one place, like it might be worth something.
yes, dude. Imagine trying to like imagine advertising that you have that. Just feel like, I got Tyler Lockett's autograph yesterday. Be like,
On eBay.
oh, bro, that's sick. Like, what'd you get him on? It's like some housing papers, some like closing papers I got.
Some housing agreements.
Yeah.
You know what would be something
on
cool to own?
On my 1,000 square foot log cabin.
Okay, you know what would be cool to own? I don't know if you're going to put this in the podcast, but on that note, if you had like an OJ Simpson signed affidavit or something, that would be pretty sick.
Oh my God.
That would be pretty tight.
That would be a unique item for sure.
Oh my gosh.
I would pay money for that. I don't know how much money.
You can't put a price on that.
I don't know if you can buy legal documents like that.
Yeah, I kind of doubt it. I know you can like I
sell it as an NFT.
I think you can sell it as an NFT. I think you could buy like checks signed by like people. Like I think you can sign I think there was a check sold that was signed by like Mickey Mantle or something like a while ago. So like
that's cool.
I know you can like buy those, but yeah, I don't know. I think don't disrespect Tyler Lockett. Hey, he's putting in the work, right?
Or OJ Simpson, he was innocent.
Nah, we're not having that discussion here.
Put that on Hot Take Thursday, Justin. You won't.
No, he's already got his hot take. He's already got his hot take.
OJ was innocent.
Hot Take Thursday, OJ was innocent.
I would like to see a reappearance of OJ.
The glove didn't fit.
I would like to see a reappearance of OJ Mahomes this season, though. That was pretty funny. But yeah, I think don't disrespect Tyler Lockett. Man has a side hustle. He's put in the work.
Man has a plan.
He does. He found what he wants to do after the NFL. So do not disrespect him for that.
Which I think is important. I think more players need to do that. Is figuring out what they want to do post NFL career. Well,
especially with the NFL, with their careers, like they don't know how long. Like they could last 2 years. Like they could last 3, 4. Like they don't last very long realistically. So I agree. Unless you're like a kicker or like a white quarterback that can't run. Your
career's set up for life.
Yeah,
exactly. Just play until your 60s.
Yeah, pretty much, dude.
Dude, remember Sebastian Janikowski? Dude played till he was like 50 and he was fat.
Oh yeah,
he was a kicker.
I do not understand how he played as long as he did. That was insane.
Do you mean Stefan Gostkowski?
No.
Sebastian Janikowski. His nickname was Seabass, and he played for the Raiders. He was a lefty kicker. He was like 250.
He was like a big.
I know who you're talking about.
I was just say, he was like a big white bald dude, and probably what Ryan is gonna look like in like 20 years.
Are you kidding me? His hair is immaculate.
Really?
Oh, never mind. I thought you said Parker.
Oh no!
Yeah, I got it in a bun today. I
know, dude.
Uncle Iro.
I'm thinking about growing my hair out. I'm kind of want a man bun.
Do it. It's fun.
No. We cannot have 2 man buns on this podcast. That is not happening.
We can have 3.
That
Thomas
is not
has
happening.
long hair.
No. I can't let that happen. I can't let that happen. No, please. It's already bad enough.
Why are you so anti-man bun?
Parker, it's already bad enough that you have one. But Justin, if you got
one, I
one,
rock it. I'm like good at it.
If you got one, and then
talking a lot of shit for a man with no bodies.
Dude, That's on Parker. I don't know why you're laughing because we both have the same objective of why we don't
Yeah.
have any. So like,
Well, win some, lose most.
no, but no, I'm not having that shit. I don't want you guys. No, I do not want 3 guys on this podcast to have man buns because Stat Boy is gonna jump on the train once you 2 get it, and then he's gonna see it, and then he's just gonna immediately put it up.
It could be a fun thing just to piss Dylan off.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Just to make Dylan mad.
You know what? We'll leave it up to the comments. All right, you guys can decide whether or not Parker, Justin, and Statboy should all get man buns because we know Ryan's not going to grow his hair out enough to get a man bun, and my hair is about as thick as it's going to get.
My hair's thick.
My hair doesn't grow like long.
We might just break away do our own podcast.
Like 3 times.
We might start the man bun podcast.
It could be like the bun trio or something like that, and y'all can talk about how cool it is to have man buns.
Well, we drink kombucha and talk about IPAs.
Now, see that is why that is why I don't want any man buns on this show because, like,
guys, I was at yoga the other day, and
hey, I go to yoga. Okay.
No, yoga's awesome, but that's such a man bun thing. No, yoga is awesome.
Thing. Yeah, and you have to get like some peace tattoos, probably.
I was burning incense the other day, and
yeah, being a big Gemini right now.
Don't fall into the man bun.
Mercury's retrograde.
Please don't.
My hot take is that man buns are cool and more people should wear them. Speaking of hot takes, I got a lot of shit for mine.
What was your hot take last week?
Well, the past couple ones, I may or may not have pissed off an entire fan base. Saints fans all hate me.
The
one that was worse was I said the Jags would make the playoffs. And people decided that it was not a great take. Okay, so
before we really get into it, okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if we've ever formally introduced this, but this is going to be hot take court, right? And we're gonna act like we're gonna go to court. So Parker's on I guess the stand, or like I guess he's like the
I am Johnny Depp in the
defendant. I don't know if you should put yourself into that, but
I'm the judge because
Yes, Justin is the judge, and he decides whether Parker's reasoning is, actually, like makes sense, and can come to the conclusion that he did have a Chaingang quality hot take, or he can deny it and say that Parker, your hot take wasn't great. Better luck next week. And then I will be like devil's advocate, like I will argue against Parker, and basically tried to make Justin side with me, saying that it wasn't a good hot take. Try again next week. But I will say before this, Parker's was only the second worst. Okay, we would have done the worst one, which was Ryan's, where he said the Bears were going 0-17. A lot of people did not like that. So
I really hope that the Bears win the first game of the season.
That would be pretty funny. But because Ryan is not here, he cannot defend himself, so he gets away with it this week. So yeah, Parker. I know you kind of already got into it a little bit, but
yeah.
Give your main points to why you think the Jags
my main
are making the playoffs.
I'll give you my main 2, maybe 3 points if I can think of a third one. My main point is weak division, because you have the Texans in the division, and you have, which they're going to not do great. I don't think Mills is going to be the answer, despite me wearing my Texans jersey today, my old JJ Watt jersey, but I don't think they're going to do as well this season. And then if we look at the Colts, they have Matt Ryan with no help. I don't think that's going to pan out really well for him. I know they have a decent offensive line, but Ryan has nobody to throw to, so I don't think they're going to perform as well. And then you have the Tennessee Titans, which is just a big question mark. Didn't really sign anybody. Sure, they have Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry's a beast, but Malik Willis and Ryan Tannehill, we don't even know who's going to start. We know it's probably going to be Tannehill, but Malik could probably see some considerable amount of time. So that's main reason number one is division. Reason number two, free agency. Despite them paying Christian Kirk a ton of money, I still think it's nice that Trevor Lawrence has people to throw to. ATN's coming back, so I think that'll be great. I think they signed some good offensive linemen in there. Defensively, getting Trayvon Walker, I think, was pretty big. I think the rest of their draft was pretty good, better than their first round. So there's that reason as well. Finally, just because why not?
Okay.
They're taking 7 teams now, so there's room for them to do it. I don't think the rest of the Dolphins aren't going to do as well this year. I don't think. So there's another team that could shove down there.
Okay. So I want to say this, because I don't want to accuse you of anything. But from what
you can accuse.
From what I'm hearing, you think that the Jags will probably have a better record than the Dolphins.
Yes.
The Colts.
Possibly.
The Titans.
Maybe.
Okay. What other AFC?
They're they could finish second in the division pretty easily and sneak into the playoffs as the
easily.
Last.
Do you think they're going to finish second in the division easily? They went 3-14 last year.
They went 3-14 because they had a horrible head coach.
Okay, for the first half of the year,
the improvements that they've made are pretty good, and I'm like they could in a bad division like the AFC South. I think they could sneak in.
I don't see it happening because if it was okay, the way I don't see them sneaking in because of the strength of the other divisions. I mean, you got to think so, because if they hypothetically, if they were not to win the division, okay, think the wild card has 3 spots, right?
Yeah.
So, and the AFC West is now the strongest division. So let's say the Chiefs win that division.
Okay.
So and then let's say 2 of those teams from the AFC West make the wild card. So
let's do Raiders, Chargers.
All right, Raiders and the Chargers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so for this last wild card spot, they would have to beat out the Steelers,
okay,
the Dolphins, the Browns, the Ravens, the Broncos, consider the Colts, and the Patriots.
No, the Patriots are winning the division.
Okay, well, they're not going to have a better record than the Bills, but that's 7 teams. 7 teams they would have to have better records than, and all of those teams had 8 wins last year. The Jags had 3. For a team to jump up that much, with the changes that the Jags made, that's just not going to happen. I see them minimum have to get 8 wins minimum to get into the playoffs. I don't see them getting 6. I think they might get 5 this year. I think I could see them doing better than the Texans. Okay, I don't think they're going to be the worst team next year, but they're significant additions aren't going to make as much of an impact, I think, as what you think they are. I just don't see it happening.
If you want to talk about
is it just, Christian Kirk is going to be an 1,000-yard receiver because he has a coach now, and Trevor Lawrence has no one else to throw to because he lost DJ Chark. I mean, he still has Marvin Jones, but Christian Kirk, because he's getting the money, he's going to make a huge impact, and he's going to lead that team.
I think he's going to make an impact. Granted, I hope he lives up to his contract. That's what a lot of this is put on. But keep in mind, the Jaguars also have the NFC East as their as a division they're facing in the playoffs in the regular season this year. Granted, they're also playing the AFC West, but the NFC East, that's a free 4 wins. I'm calling it right now. That's a free 4 wins.
No, they're not.
They're beating the Commanders. They're beating the Giants. They're gonna beat the.
I don't see them beating the Commanders. I don't see them beating the Commanders.
Yeah, they can easily.
Even though they're the Commanders, I still see Carson Wentz. I mean,
Cowboys.
actually, you know what? The Jags did beat the Colts with Carson
Yeah.
Wentz on
Yeah, they did.
the Colts. Okay, fine. I'll give you the Commanders. I'll give
Yeah.
you the Giants. You know what? You know what? While we're at it, let's just do a quick run of their schedule.
Okay,
I
I have
already
it
got
right
it pulled
here.
up.
You
I have
already
it
got
right
it pulled
here.
up? All right.
Yeah.
Well, you both got it pulled up. Wow. Okay. You beat me to the punch. All right. Let us know if they're home away. I also want to say they were 0-8 on the road last year. That's all I want to say. Okay.
Okay.
Judge, take it away. Or Your Honor,
All
may we
right.
hear the schedule?
So they shut off week 1 away at the Commanders.
Okay, that's a win.
Hey, wait, who do they play?
The Commanders.
Okay, that's a dub. That's a dub.
Okay. And then followed up week 2 at home versus Indy.
That's another dub.
That's an L.
All right. And then week 3 away at Charger.
Yeah, they're not winning that game.
Yeah, I agree.
Followed up week 4 at Philly.
That's a win.
That's a loss. At Philly. You think they're winning
Yeah.
in Philly?
Yeah.
And then they're coming back home facing the Texans.
That's a win.
That's a loss.
Followed up week 6 at Indy again.
That's a loss. I'll give it a loss on that one.
That's a loss.
Then you're following up at home versus the Giants.
That's a win.
I'll say it's a dub.
Then you're going at home versus Denver.
That's an L. You cannot realistically think that the Jags are gonna beat the Broncos.
It depends on how Russell Wilson plays. And who's his wide receivers right now?
Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton.
He's not playing this year.
Jerry Jeudy?
Yeah, didn't he get in trouble?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he did. He got arrested, but I don't know if that means he's not playing for the year.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about him not playing.
Yeah, well.
Okay, well,
Hearsay.
Yeah. Thanks, Your Honor.
Getting the witness. Law terms. I could see them doing it, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I'll take that as an L. That's also in London.
Oh.
It does not say
Dude,
that on ESPN.
The Jags.
I have it because it says on the schedule it's 9:30 a.m. So I'm assuming that's a London
The
game.
Jags always get the London games.
They do. And you know what? London's their second home. That's a dub.
Dude. Oh my God! I knew you were gonna change it after that. But like, I would have said dub if they were facing like not as good of a team, because they aren't actually that bad in London. Like that's the only road game they can win is if it's in another country.
I was trying to figure out why Jags tickets were going for $400. All right, and then they're ending their.
Your Honor, it's because they're going to be a playoff team by then. So then that will be their value of watching a playoff.
100%.
Team.
We will still. I've not made my ruling.
Okay.
And then they're ending their home streak with Las Vegas.
That's an L.
Yeah, I'll take it. They'll lose that one.
All right, and then they're following that up away versus the Chiefs.
Yeah, they'll lose that one too.
That's another L.
Then you got a bye week before coming in facing Baltimore at home.
I can see them beating Baltimore.
All right, following that
Baltimore blows some like weird games. They're like Pittsburgh, where they just blow random games here and there.
They do that sometimes. That's the nature of the NFL. Dylan, did you?
They do.
Give you take?
They're losing. They're losing that.
Okay. And then you're following that up away at Lions.
They'll lose that one because Lions are going to go.
Kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Oh my God.
What?
I'll give him an L. You're gonna have them beating teams like the Ravens and the Broncos, but they lose to the Lions.
Okay, the Steelers do the same thing every year.
Yeah, but like you're putting so much confidence in them, and they're like, oh, they're playing in Detroit against Jared Goff. They're screwed. They're done. They're done. Because there was no hesitation. You were just like, they're losing.
I was already thinking about it before it happened.
And then they're following that up. They're following that up away at the Titans.
Win.
You know what? I'll count that as a dub.
All right. And then they're coming back home to face the Chiefs. Or sorry, not the Chiefs, the Cowboys in week 15.
They'll lose that one.
I also agree they will lose that one.
That could be
And
one of those games that they win, but
they're going away to the Jets.
that's a win.
That's a loss. Zach Wilson all the way, baby.
Shut your
Oh my
horrible.
gosh.
And then they're following that up away at the Texans.
That's a win.
Away though, I'm gonna say that's an L.
And then they're finishing up the season, week 18, home versus the Titans.
I'll count that as a dub.
I'll say a loss. So they'll finish with 10-6, I think, is what I chalked them up as. You know what? They're gonna tie that game, so they'll go 10-5-1.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding. 10-6, 10-6, 10-6. So they'll
Okay.
finish with an above 500 record because they have a
Wow.
really easy schedule
Okay.
minus the AFC West.
I have them winning 4 games. I mean, Your Honor, you heard how many tough teams they have to play, and they were 0-8 on the road last year. Do you realistically think that they're gonna get 10 wins and beat all the teams that he said?
Yeah, but they beat the Colts. They beat the Colts last year.
Sure, their division is terrible, right? But that was when Carson Wentz was on the
Silence in the court. Silence in the court. I've made my final ruling.
What? I'm in the middle of my statement.
I've heard everything I need to hear.
Your Honor, I'm in the middle of my statement.
Silence. I've heard everything I need to hear.
So I don't even get a chance to deliver my closing statement.
No,
have you guys not has the last 15 minutes not been a closing statement?
I mean,
fair enough.
No, okay, fine. All right, Your Honor. What's the ruling?
Thank you. I like when you call me that.
I didn't like that at all.
Now,
Don't get used to it.
Don't get used to it, please.
Because you're gonna be in Parker's chair probably next week because you are every other week. It just
watch how you speak to me, or I will kick you out of this Zoom call.
Oh wait,
No, keep talking to him.
No, I forgot that.
That's my case.
Okay, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
I've reviewed the evidence, and I've concluded that the Jags play in a weak division that they, I believe, have a solid chance again. And now they play some out-of-division games like the Jets and Giants, who I also think they have a solid chance against. And bringing that into a second year where, I mean, you've lost some pieces, but you've also added some pieces and the possibility of a quarterback like Trevor Lawrence taking a step up. I will say this take is mildly warm. I'd say there's about a 15% chance to make the playoffs.
Mildly warm. What would you compare to as mildly warm? Like, what is mildly warm? Like a microwave burrito? It's like a microwave burrito take?
The Jags are a microwave burrito.
Okay, so that means that it's not hot. Or no. It means it's not Chaingang quality. Is it Chaingang
I don't believe
quality?
it's Chaingang quality.
Yes, let's go.
I believe it's possible, but I would not count on it.
But that's all right. Well, Your Honor, risking my own victory in this, I should explain that a hot take is something that probably won't happen, but you have to base it off of the reasoning that the defendant has given us.
Okay, I was just acknowledging that it could happen, but
okay.
I will say it will not happen.
Okay.
Not a hot take.
Okay. Well, but okay. All right. So you heard the ruling. That number one dub in the books. Let's go. I did think that was a bad take. I don't know how the hell the Jags are going to go from 3 wins to the AFC, which has become so much better since last year in general. And
they did it in 2017.
Well, yeah, but they had like a Super Bowl
with Blake Bortles at the helm.
They lost.
Yeah, but they also had one of the best defenses, and Leonard Fournette having the same year.
They lost Miles Jack, right? I know they have Christian Kirk now, but like, I mean, it's Trevor. Honestly, Blake Bortles was better than Trevor Lawrence is right now. Realistically,
that's not a fair comparison.
Well, I know he was like an experienced quarterback then, but I'm saying that like if you expect the Jags to jump that much, Trevor Lawrence has got to make more improvements in that. But,
I think he can.
But hey, you know what, Parker? It was a good war fought. I think you made some good points. No matter how dumb your take was,
No
I
matter
felt
how
like
good my take was.
you said some solid things in there, and good call on them playing the NFC East, because without that, I felt like your case was, pretty screwed from the start.
Yeah, the NFC East is so bad.
Yeah, they really
Yeah.
are, and I don't know if you guys saw, but on the schedule release, they have the 4 easiest schedules of all the teams. Like the Giants are 29th, the Eagles are 30, the Cowboys are 31st, and the Commanders are at 32, and they have the easiest schedule. Isn't that sad that an entire division just has the worst or the easiest schedules? Like, how does it even happen? I don't really understand that.
Well, I think they all play the same teams.
Well,
So there's that.
yeah, but to me, like the Cowboys and the Eagles, at least, they're playoff teams. There should be some, more difficult opponents, I feel like, mixed in there than they
I do
have.
not think the Eagles are a playoff team.
Well, no, I'm saying like they made the playoffs last year. So like,
Okay.
yeah. So like because of that, they should have a tougher schedule. Cause like there's some teams that like, didn't really make the playoffs and have like a weirdly hard schedule. Like like the Falcons. They have the ninth hardest schedule of all the teams.
I did notice that when I was looking at the NFL
I
like
I
stronger
just
schedule
I just thought
picture.
that was weird. I just because so they're probably gonna get the number one overall pick this year. They'll probably only get a couple wins, but I don't understand because the Cowboys every single year have one of the easiest schedules, and it's not even based on their record or like or any like they were 12-5 last year, and they have the second easiest schedule in the league. Like, what is up with
They're
that?
gonna go 12-5 again and then lose first round of the playoffs. It's what
Yeah,
happens every year.
it's what happens every year, and I don't understand like the hype behind the Cowboys because again they get the easiest schedules every year, and the same results happen every year. And if they had like a moderately tough schedule, I don't think they're making the playoffs
I
realistically.
agree.
Speaking of schedule, did anybody
It's
see
not
the
ridiculous to
Chargers
say that.
schedules release?
What'd you say, Parker?
Did anybody see the Chargers schedule release?
I did not. Let's Google it.
It's an anime.
What?
They made it in like an anime format. It's dope.
What?
It's
Oh.
so freaking cool.
Oh, what
Like
the-
on the Chargers website?
It's on their. It was on their Instagram.
Oh.
They have their TikTok.
okay.
Dude, it was so freaking cool. As a somewhat anime fan, aka I watched one anime and I thought it was great. Uh, like it was really cool. I vibe
So-
with it. It was great.
So Parker, now that you said that, in the Chaingang podcast, you are now referred to as the anime guy.
On the anime.
What?
Oh God.
Yep, you got that. Well, I feel like the man bun kind of ties it all together.
I'm becoming more degenerate.
Wait, the Chargers
the
signed
day.
Kyle Van Noy?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't see that?
No. Oh shit.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
their front
they're like-
seven's gonna be dirty.
Their front
seven's
seven
gonna be
is
nice.
filth.
GC Jackson getting even more picks than he did on the Pats. Ooh,
And
it's gonna be.
they have Khalil Mack.
It's gonna be a rough one. Yeah.
Who's Khalil Mack? I'm kidding. That
I
was a
thought
joke.
so.
Yeah, I was gonna be like,
I didn't know
yo,
how to respond to it.
yeah, no, you don't deserve me on this podcast. But yeah, so like I don't understand. Like the Cowboys just every year they get the easiest schedule, and it just like doesn't make any sense to me. Like I know they went 8-8 in 2019. They had the 30th toughest. Then they went 6-10 in 2020. But like that was the year that Dak got hurt. So like realistically, they were probably gonna finish at like I don't know 10-6, maybe like 9-7. Then they got the 31st strongest. And then they went 12-5, and now they got 31st again. So I don't know. I just don't understand. And I already know that Cowboys fans are gonna be like they're probably gonna go like 7-2 in their first 9 weeks or something like that. And it's gonna be, oh, like the Cowboys are like, this is their year, because every year that's what Cowboys fans say. And I'm tired of it. I don't want to hear it anymore. It's not your year. It's never gonna be your year. You're done. You're garbage.
Oh, that's a hot take.
It's really not. I mean, I feel like I'm not like in the minority here when I'm saying I'm tired of Cowboys fans being like, "Oh,
Yeah,
this is our year."
Pretty sure that was literally Stat Boy's hot take this week.
Yeah, I mean, well, Sad Boy's hot take this week was something about AJ Brown getting like, a crap ton of yards with Jalen Hurts. He originally said that, and then I was like, yo, like that's not really a hot take, so I kind of need something else here. Um, but like, but kind of going along the lines of the schedule release, guys, like one of the teams that didn't make the playoffs, that we were talking about earlier that have a tough schedule are the Saints. And like you said, Parker, I know it's like, kind of in the lines of like their division, like the Falcons have a tough schedule too. But like, do you guys think with all of the, free agency and draft ads that the Saints have, that they'll be able to put up like, a playoff season and, sneak in the wild card, even with their tough schedule?
So, as Saints Nation knows, apparently not a fan of the Saints. However, I could see them sneaking in. I don't think they got it. I'm looking at their schedule right now. It's tough.
Yeah,
I
would
not only
lean.
do they have the AFC North and the AFC West.
Yeah,
That's going to
I'd
be
lean towards
tough.
no.
That's
I'd
gonna
lean
be
towards
Yeah.
no. I mean, you want them to have weapons. I know they had Chris Olave, who I think is going to be a great receiver, but
Mhm.
I don't think a rookie receiver is going to make a big enough impact on the offense.
Hey,
Especially when you have Jamie's
Now,
turnover Winston thrown
yeah,
to
you
you.
never know.
bro, but
He could
hey,
help Jameis out a lot, but you
That's
never know.
true, but I don't
well,
think so.
think about it. Jameis is gonna go from having Marquise Galloway. Is that his name?
Marquez.
Marquez
Marquez.
Galloway. It's gonna go from him being his number one receiver to hopefully having Michael Thomas back. They got Jarvis Landry in free agency, and now they have Chris Olaf.
Yeah, look, it's not terrible. And if you had Drew Brees or something behind that line, I'd say yeah. But you got Jameis Winston, and it's always a 50-50 with Jameis Winston.
Yeah, but to
So
me, I mean, if he has the weapons and he seems like a much smarter quarterback under Sean Payton, or well, I guess Sean Payton's not there anymore. You know
yeah,
what? Yeah, that's going to be my thing is that I don't think it's that the Saints won't have enough weapons. I think just with their tough schedule and with their new head coach, I don't think it's really gonna, they're the coach isn't gonna know what to do. I don't think. I think it's his first year of being a head coach. I don't know his name.
Yeah, but so the thing that Saints fans got on me about was I said, yeah, they have the new coach, like you were saying, Dylan, because that was my first thought of they have a new coach, and now
Right.
that the schedule's released, it's even further cementing the fact that I don't think they're going to do that well this year.
Hmm.
But really, they said that I think their head coach had won almost. He was like 4-1 whenever Peyton was out one year, and it's the same guy. So I don't know.
Well, was that
Apparently, he's
when?
not bad, and
Was that
he
when?
calls the plays on offense already.
Okay. Well, was that when Drew Brees was playing,
Yeah,
or was that like last year? Okay, so that was when Drew
I
Brees.
think both. I could be
Oh,
wrong
oh,
though.
so
Saints
okay,
fans, please
okay,
correct me.
okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, even so, like maybe he's a good coach or whatever. I could see the Saints eking out some pretty good wins against tough teams because I think they are one of those teams that can do that. And I mean, they got an upgraded safety with Tyrann Mathieu in there. So their secondary is still pretty solid. They still have Cam Jordan and Marcus Davenport. So their front seven's not bad. So their defense isn't my concern. It's obviously their offense because Alvin Kamara took a big hit last year. He wasn't able to run the ball really. I don't know if that was a quarterback thing, and he wasn't as good in the receiving game. So I don't know. It solely depends on the Saints offense. And like you said, Parker, I mean, if it's the same coach calling the same place as last year, I don't really like it. I didn't like how the Saints offense ran, and I don't have enough confidence in them to, make the playoffs. With that schedule. But I mean, speaking of tough schedules, like I was looking, and the Bengals also they have the third toughest schedule. So, do you guys think the Bengals are going to repeat the season they had last year with having the tough schedule? Because it's not like they really had any big losses to their roster. So, what do you guys think? And I mean, they upgraded an offensive line too. So you could argue they're probably a better team from last year.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of factors, and it's hard to ever go back on the same run they had last year. but I definitely give them a chance. I mean, they're definitely contenders, especially with that new line. Lale Collins is going to make a huge difference on that line. Ted Karras stepping up. I think he played great on the Patriots last year when he did get in. And so I definitely give him a chance. That receiving core is only going to get better. Jamar Chase is moving into his second season. T. Higgins moving into third season. I think you're only going to see people improve from there. And I'd be more worried about their secondary. So as long as they can keep the defense together, I don't see why they wouldn't be in a similar position.
Yeah, looking at their schedule, the front half looks a little, or the middle of the schedule seems a little bit easier. So I think they could go on a nice little tear in the middle there and then kind of ride that out into the sunset. So I don't know. We'll see. I think they're gonna do well. I could see them winning the division. So we'll see what happens.
Well, Parker, you talk about them riding into the sunset, but I think they're probably going to crash before before it hits.
You think?
So I actually wrote this down because I knew this was going to come up. So from week 13 to the end of the year, okay, this is their schedule. So they play the Chiefs at home. Then the next week they play the Browns at home. Then they play in Tampa against the Bucks. Then they play at the Patriots. And then they play at home versus the Bills. And then they end off at home versus the Ravens. Those are arguably all playoff teams right there. And I know most of them are at home, but like those away games are tough. Like to win
especially Buffalo.
Well, Buffalo's.
Oh, never mind. Buffalo's at
home. But so the Bucks and the Pats are away. So honestly, I see them losing both those games realistically, just because it's so hard to win at Foxborough. Obviously, they're a better team than the Patriots, But
sorry, Justin.
Yeah, it's just had to be said. But I mean, the Bengals did have the sixth toughest schedule last year. So it's not like they didn't have to go through it last year. It's just, to me, I think with the AFC being even more competitive than it was last year, I see them still making the playoffs. I do. I don't think they're going to win the division, but I think they'll make it to the playoffs, maybe win a game, but then they're out. I don't see them making a run like they did last year. So I think people are going to have more answers for Jamar Chase, but I think he's still going to go off this year, but I don't know. We'll see. So I think the Bengals' schedule is not going to be the thing that stops them from having that type of season again. I think it's going to be, the depth from other teams. But guys, that's all I have for y'all today. We got a lot of football talk in for sure. And some man bun talk in too. I'm a little scared that next week I'm gonna join the call and all y'all just gonna be staring at me with your little man buns, and like it's it will scare me a lot. I don't know if I will be able to run the podcast being the only guy not having a man bun. That would be it'd be pretty scary. So guys, quickly, do you have any last thoughts before we sign off?
Yeah, I just want to know who said you were running this podcast.
Bro, since day one, it's been me, bro. Who's in the shirt? Who's in the shirt right now?
Hey, everything I own is in my car right now, so I would like a break.
Hey, that doesn't mean you can't.
I never got one, so there you go.
That is true. But hey, you'll get them soon. I want to order more, honestly. Well, I guess I just ordered 2 more, but yeah, Parker, any last thoughts?
Memorial Day weekend, me and Ryan are going to be playing rugby down in New Orleans, and it might be on YouTube, so be on the lookout for that.
Dude, Chaingang will shout him out. All right.
Heck yeah.
I mean, obviously, we got 2 guys on there. We got to shout it out. So yeah, good luck to Parker and Ryan in New Orleans for big rugby games. Hopefully they can come through in prime time. Unlike the Jags will this year. They're not making the playoffs. So that was my last thought. I got my first dub of Hot Take Court. Hopefully I'm not on next week, but we'll see. But boys and girls, thank you for watching, and we'll see you when we see you.
Bye.